Hey guys, I just want to show you a quick comparison of the two versions, if you can call them that, of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Battle Shell Basic Scale Raphael figure. I got this guy first and got this guy a while ago because when I looked at this figure, I realized that, if I can get my camera to zoom in to focus, but there you go. The molding on his front shell is really bad, along with the molding of his belt, and generally the entire figure actually, but mostly on his front shell. If you can see there the crack, take note of that, because when you look at this version, or at least this release, right there, you can very clearly see the crack on the upper left of his shell, as well as his belt is much more straight and much more crisp than this one. This one looks, seriously, it looks like a knockoff. I don't know why this is like this. Also, another thing is, if it'll show on camera, is this Raphael has a much more matte finish to his green parts, as opposed to this guy, which is a very cheap looking, glossy type of plastic. I'm sure it's the same kind of plastic, but the molding is just so off on this one that I was really forced to get this this second one. I had no idea that it was this bad, because I just picked him up in the store, and I've seen a bunch of these guys. I've seen a bunch of these guys as well in Walmarts, in Toys R Us's, everywhere. And yeah, I'll take this guy out of the package and show you the differences in the packaging as well, which makes it clear that this isn't just some sort of factory error or something. Just they're really releases of this guy. So I'll show you that in a bit. So here is both of these guys out of the packaging. Right off the bat, you can very clearly see that this guy is made of much better material. There you can see that he's this weird glossy finish, and this guy is a much better looking matte finish. You can also see in the joints that the joints on this guy are very tight. They're secure. On this guy, they're loose. A lot of loose plastic, especially in this area. So yeah, there you go. And onto the packaging. These are the respective packaging for each of these figures. And when you put, this is the one from the cheap looking Raphael next to that of the other one, you'll notice that this is actually a darker print. It, for some reason, the overall shade of the entire layout is darker than this one. I don't know if it pops up on camera, but there you go. It's a darker print and a very clear sign that this isn't just a factory error is on this packaging. This flap, the flap that's supposed to be right here, as you can see, is there. It's completely missing on this one. So that tells me that this line of Battle Shell Turtles is really some sort of cheaper, less quality controlled line of Battle Shell figures that are going around. And I just want to warn you guys that those are the signs that's necessarily an inferior figure for the same value. And I noticed the same thing on the Shredder figure, the number 2 Shredder figure, which I have right here, which I love, by the way. It's a fantastic figure. But when I looked at my Shredder figure, look at that. The paint applications on the eyes, even on the scar on his right cheek, there's some chipped pink paint from the burnt portions of his face. It's so bad. And I saw the better version in the store a while ago. I was thinking about getting it. I second guessed because I figured it didn't look as bad as I recalled. But looking at it now, it is pretty damn ugly. Also because, I mean, you know, Shredder's not the prettiest person in the world, so I figured if his face is ugly, then might as well have an ugly figure. But I just can't stand having paid the same value for, seriously, an inferior figure. And I just wanted to warn you guys. I don't know if any of the other characters have experienced the same issue, but there you go. So just watch out, guys, and take care of yourselves.